That movie sucked.
I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.
I spread my blanket near the surf and popped open a Coke. For some reason, sugar and caffeine always calm down my hyperactive brain. I tried to decide what to do to save the camp, but nothing came to me. I wish Poseidon would talk to me. Give me some advice or something. The sky was clear and starry. I was checking out the constellations Annabeth taught me. Sagittarius, Hercules, Corona Borealis, when somebody said, "Beautiful, aren't they?" I almost spewed soda. Standing right next to me was a guy in nylon running shorts and a New York City Marathon t-shirt. He was slim and fit, with salt and pepper hair and a sly smile. He looked kind of familiar, but I couldn't figure out why. My first thought was that he must have been taking a midnight jog down the beach and strayed inside the camp borders. That wasn't supposed to happen. Regular mortals couldn't enter the valley. But maybe with the tree's magic weakened, he'd managed to slip in. But in the middle of the night, there was nothing around except farmland and state preserves. Where would this guy have jogged from? Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Taylor from Cabin 6.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13. So I think in this chapter we learned that George the Snake, his favorite movie is Ratatouille.
He probably thinks Ratatouille is made out of rat. They seem all-knowing, but he's probably still thinking Ratatouille is made out of rat.
Oh, he definitely thinks it's made of rat.
And Martha the whole time is just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I bet George and Martha swear all the time when they're not around children. That's my headcanon.
Yes. Oh, definitely.
If anybody can make animation, I'd like an animation of, like, a gif of them, like, squirming around the caduceus and just yelling, fuck. That's what I would like. If anybody knows how to make gifs. Okay.
Oh my.
Thank you. This is how today's going. Today we are joined by a very special guest, somebody from our very own network, our friend of friends, Sam from Cabin 11.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, sir. It is early where he is, and almost my bedtime where we are. Just kidding, it's 6:30. I should probably not go to bed at like 7. That's apparently bad for your health. So that's what the news said the other day. You should get in between 8 and 9, or it's bad for your heart.
Apparently, we were told the other day that you get increased risk of heart disease if you go to bed after 10, and I go to bed at 11 o'clock.
That's what I was reading. I always go to sleep between 10 and 11, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna live forever. Okay, yeah, that was the thing on the news. Charlie doesn't watch the news. And
no, I don't.
And Sam works in the news.
The news is always depressing, so...
We like to have the local news on in the background while we eat dinner. Okay, yeah, let's get back to that. Sam, can you give us your pronouns? Give us a little bit about what you do and Content and Capable, and then how you got into Percy Jackson.
So, yep, as Taylor has introduced, my name's Sam. I use he, him pronouns, although I don't think I really care unless you're trying to be mean to me. I host Content and Yeah, it's fair. I host Content and Capable, a podcast all about trying to figure out how you're happy with your life while following your passions. And I've interviewed a whole bunch of great people, including Charlie and Taylor, both separately. I might have to get you on both at the same time at one stage.
That's a mistake on your part if you want that.
Oh, look, I love mistakes. And
we can talk about our first trip to Richmond, Virginia.
Only after I go, guys. Only after I go.
Okay.
We'll record it once we all go.
Yeah. Well, we're all there. We'll record while in Richmond.
Yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
Sorry, Christina, we're going to do podcast recordings instead of, hanging out with you.
In the river. We're going to record in the river.
Yeah, in
the river. We're just going to get, a little floating...
for the audio.
We're going to get a little floating table. Just sit in the goddamn river. It'll be great.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But, like, we won't even wear swimmers or anything. We just, like, be in the river
full
fully
outfit,
clothed.
like...
I'll be in a suit. Like,
Oh, I
I'll just
thought
sit
you
in the
said we
river
were
in a
going to be
suit.
nude. I thought you were going to say we were just going to skinny dip and podcast at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think that...
I don't wish that upon you.
But yeah, by day, I'm a university student studying to become a journalist, as well as trying to earn a bit of money because obviously I'm poor.
That'd be how it be.
Yeah,
Not real.
well, I got kind of into Percy Jackson a weird way. My mother, one of her girlfriends had a child around my age. And I was reading heaps and heaps of books as a child. Mum was trying to find more books for me to read. And
Before she banned them.
Yeah, before she banned them. This was well before she banned the books.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this is part of the catalyst why she banned the books, but let's just not talk about that at this point. So she asked, her friend who had a child my age, and she recommended the Percy Jackson books and gave me a copy of The Sea of Monsters, which was the first Percy Jackson book I read.
Oh my goodness.
So the exposition was for you, Sam.
Yes, the exposition was for me. It was almost Harry Potter-esque. I promptly lost the book. So I think I read half of the book and then lost it at the school playground and was kept silent about it, and I've never got in trouble about it since. I don't think I've ever claimed it or anything, but I have felt so bad ever since that I lost this kid's book when I was borrowing it to read because my mum had ran out of books to get me to read.
That poor
What is
child.
the worst thing you've done to a book?
People tell me
That specific.
people tell me I'm a monster because I bookmark my book by folding the corner in.
Ooh, you're one of those.
I want to tell you a horror story. I dropped a book in the toilet.
I used to get in trouble for taking a book with me to shit, and then I would get in trouble for that and reading at the table. Those were the two big ones.
Oh no!
I used to
toilet
always
books are the
bring
greatest.
books to lunch at school because I had no friends in middle school, so I would read Percy Jackson at the lunch table.
Yeah,
I had the Dewey table where we would just randomly break in the song. I'm not even kidding.
Oh no! Fucking hell! You're that kind of person.
That sounds nice.
I'm rewatching Glee at the moment, and I'm worried for my mental health just watching it.
That's just reminding me of one of my friends shared a post or something about if Glee had a coronavirus episode.
Oh God!
And I've never seen Glee, and I'm just like, oh God, this sounds terrible.
If Glee had an election 2016 episode, oh God.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
it's so easy to put them because each character is a gross stereotype of what they represent. It's so easy to put them and just know what they would do in every situation.
Yep, pretty much. Or maybe Sam. I'm not entirely sure what he would do.
Yeah,
he's out there. But yeah. So he doesn't love Percy Jackson. But yeah, we would just sit there and sing all through lunch. It's fine. We were fine. It's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, I'm very happy to have you here for this chapter. I literally texted Charlie. I was like, this is a great chapter. I forgot that, the quest thing happened, how it did. Or when
I forgot the first half of this chapter.
When we restarted the book, I was thinking that part was a separate chapter.
I think we're so used to, especially because the restricted section at the moment is going through these really short chapters that don't have much going on. We're so used to having chapters that just don't have much going on that we forget that writers can actually write a good chapter with a good amount of plot in it.
Go ahead and listen to my episode from November 10th where we talk about nothing. It was great.
This is once again a J.K. Rowling slander podcast.
No, this is a restricted section slander podcast. We've been over this.
All slander all the time.
Just kidding. We really love the restricted section. That's why I was on it 2 days ago in our time. So,
Yeah. They're amazing, but it is kind of hilarious when you read a vastly thinner book that just, I don't know, is a bit more concise. I'm sure our editor friends appreciate that.
I tell my kids, like, if there's a word requirement, I want them to get within 25 words of the lower limit, but I was like, as long as it's concise, I really don't fucking care. Like, if you get your point across, I'm not gonna be mad. I don't want to read 500 words. You don't want to write 500 words. That's my teaching philosophy, in case anybody was wondering about that. Nobody was, but
don't make too much work for yourself.
I have 180 kids. I'm not sitting there like... And I give, like, really long feedback. So I'd rather give feedback on 200 words than 500 words.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Can you tell I've been grading all day? Yeah. Okay, chapter. Oh, I almost said this is Demon Pigeon's attack. It's not. It's I accept gifts from a stranger. And now I've got chicken attack stuck in my head again. Ah! Fucking
Stranger danger, Percy. Like, why do we start straight with the strangers?
Fucking Tantalus can die again. I already hate dishes, but with lava, goddamn. Thankfully, Annabeth believes Percy and can tell us all the backstory. Gotta love exposition. Let's go make sad friendship songs and have unburnt marshmallows, which, in case you wanted to know, the best marshmallows are the ones who have been set on fire. Tantalus gives us a quest, sort of. I mean, I respect Clarice, to be honest. Good for her, because she almost doesn't want to go. Oh, Hermes, you sweet, sweet boy. I just want the picture of what he's wearing. George and Martha are the greatest characters we will ever get, and you can fight me on that. Thanks for the gifts, Hermes. We won't trust them. On with the death-defying escape.
Oh, God.
I figured I had the water hole comment two episodes ago to keep what the tricks are. Oh, Hermes.
Yeah.
Sweet boy. Okay, I don't really have a why the fuck are we this week. But I will pose this question to you, Sam, that I posed to Grace. Mm-hmm. Do you have any ideas about where Camp Half-Blood would be? Is it a physical location or does it move? That's our new theory. Okay,
let me grab up a map. Because I think it's got to be in a physical location. It's got to be anchored physically. Because everything else we know about, mythology is anchored somewhere physically. The problem is New York, in my mind, is like this really bustling metropolis, and then we forget that Long Island exists, which is the most stupid name, by the way, for a island ever.
We're not going to argue with you about the stupidity of naming things here. Go ahead. The name of my state literally means Penn's Woods. You want to know why? Because when they got here, it was like 80% covered in forest, and the guy who created it had the last name Penn. So, yeah, that's how America works.
Look, like, on one hand, I respect it, and, like, I'm not any better. We live in Australia. We have 6 mile, 5 mile, 4 mile, 3 mile, 2 mile, 1 mile, 8 mile, 10 mile creek. Sandy Creek, Rocky Creek, I could keep going. And that's just the creeks. But, like, there are better... Anyway, I don't know.
We can call it Penis Island.
We could call it Penis Island.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. Pee-Pee Island?
Oh my God.
But, like, I don't know. Like, I definitely think that the idea of, Camp Half-Blood is this, like, really, like, idealistic view of, like, what Long Island is. Like, I've never been.
Same.
But I definitely think it's a lot more built up. It's more like the suburbs around the city. So, like, this is just like an idea of, it could be like this.
Ooh,
I do think it's a pocket dimension, though. Like, I think it's anchored to, like, that hill or wherever the fuck that is. But, like, it's a pocket dimension.
What it's reminding me of and getting me vibes of is where they hold the Quidditch World Cup. In surprise, Harry Potter and the prison. No, not the Prisoner of Azkaban. Not the Order of the Phoenix.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. Because it's at a place, but like the people around have no idea what's going on. And I definitely feel like it's like there's a strawberry field and maybe like
maybe it looks like a really old house is there.
Yeah,
but like.
But nobody goes here because it's haunted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's haunted, like the Shrieking Shack.
It is haunted by a mummy, literally. So
That's fair. You're not wrong. Okay, thank you for weighing in on this pressing issue.
So pressing.
My mapping and strings and lines didn't work, so we gotta figure out something.
I really want to get a corkboard someday and actually do like that, just that thing. I want
Just
it.
Charlie Day it up.
Yeah.
I like how I've just decided that's a verb. It's fine. We're fine. Just is.
Always.
Everything's a verb in these days, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Except for Yahooing.
We just aren't the fuck this week. Is that it? Since we don't have your we just aren't the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I was reading through it and I was like, okay, we do talk about the Bermuda Triangle here, but we were waiting until we were in the Bermuda Triangle.
We will get there when we get there.
Plot twist, we never go there.
Yeah. The Bermuda Triangle is just confusing. Like, to me, as an Australian, like, I hear about it a lot, but I'm like, I was talking to my brother last night. He rang me, and the first thing I said to him was, does the Bermuda Triangle actually a phenomenon, or is it just, like, coincidence? My brother immediately goes...
It statistically has the same amount of shipwrecks and stuff as the rest of the goddamn ocean, so...
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll get there.
Really?
We'll get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People just...
Wow.
But, like, it's more publicized because it's in the Bermuda Triangle.
My life is a lie. Wow.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, on this week's In Case You Missed It, but we're gonna talk about a few things. I forgot there was more in this chapter besides Hermes, so let's start off talking about Europa. I like the fact that the Wikipedia page is specifically Europa, consort of Zeus.
Okay.
It's the official name of it.
Okay, just like I've been doing. We're gonna talk about the picture for a second. Just
No!
boobs. All you see, like the first thing you see is just a bare-chested lady. It's just like
Yeah, but
boobs.
the boobs look like pimples.
They
like
do.
Bad pimples.
They look very pointy and confusing. And the bull that is in the picture looks like he wants to die. Maybe it's because of her terrible boobs. Maybe he's like, why are you letting her on here? So
Maybe that's why she fell off, because she had terrible boobs.
That bull is Zeus.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, that's no wonder she didn't make it.
He's not attracted to her stupid boobs.
But he is attracted to her. That's why he kidnaps her.
Not her boobs,
Spoilers,
though. He's like, cover your boobs, and the rest of it's fine.
That's why she took her boobs out. She's like, will this get you away from me?
Okay, there. Now I've had my, my time.
Alright, so Europa. She is a Phoenician princess. The mother of, oh god, our favorite king. King Minos. Yes, I said it right.
Minos.
Sam shaking his head.
Look, yeah, I'm still not over the boobs, but that's okay.
Taylor, you shouldn't have pointed this out. Every time we have at least one cringy image.
I'm just doing my job.
So if you didn't know, the continent of Europe is actually named after Europa. Whoa! That's crazy.
Whoa.
I actually genuinely didn't know that until right now.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
You didn't know this? Okay.
No, I thought it came from
I made an assumption straight away.
I just assumed, until, we talked about Europa, reading, I was like, oh, shit. But, up until today, I'm like, oh, probably comes from some...
specifically because Zeus abducts her and then, they go all around Europe. Isn't that what happened?
Probably. Sounds like what you do.
Down the but first we gotta talk about... I don't even know who these people... I do not know.
They're not important.
They're not important. But, she fucked Zeus and...
Okay, she didn't fuck Zeus. Zeus fucked her. There is a difference here.
Well,
yep,
yeah,
always.
You have to say Zeus fucks the person because Zeus kind of fucks everything up. To be fair. And of course there's...
Cadmus.
Name? What? Wide eyes, I guess?
Okay. Now I'm just thinking about how her boobs are not wide.
Oh, okay, Taylor. Calm down with the bit.
It's not even a bit at this point. I'm very confused.
This is the boobs episode. What are you talking about? Why do you think I came on this podcast?
You're here for the boobs and that's it.
Yeah, nah.
Okay, yes. Wide eyes, sure.
Yeah,
Whatever. So Europe just has eyes now? Okay.
I guess. Okay, you know what? Your joke has made me think about a line from a movie. It was like the House Bunny or something. The boobs are the eyes, the chest. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, sure. And I just keep mine blinded all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And family things. I don't know who half these people are.
Nope.
But there's a lot of different versions of family, as you...
Well, if Cassiopeia is one, she eventually becomes a constellation, I believe.
I thought...
Or maybe it's a different one.
I thought Cassiopeia was like Andrew. I mean, many different people with the same, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
It lists freaking Adonis as in one.
Okay.
So yeah. Zeus does his little Zeusy thing where he's like, oh, she hot, I must have her, but, you know, I gotta rape her because nobody wants me and Hera does not like me fucking other people. That's just how it be. And
so
I don't
naturally
like it.
I do that.
Yeah. He transforms himself into a bull.
To fuck her.
Yep. And she's just like, oh, look at this nice bull. I'm just gonna caress him, give him some flowers, get onto his
real
back.
horny.
And he's like, I'm getting out of there. Just zips out of there.
He's horny because he's a bull.
He is pretty fucking horny. You're right.
He has horns. Good one, Sam.
Yep. I'm so good at this. I totally did that on purpose. I wasn't just saying he was horny just for fun.
So Zeus runs off, he runs into the sea, he swims away to Crete, and then he reveals his identity, and Europa becomes the first queen of Crete. That's how that happens, but, I mean, I guess they go across Europe. I thought it was, like, more dramatic than that, honestly. I thought it was like they, like, ran around a bunch to get her away from Hera, but maybe...
Yeah.
But doesn't she fall off and die? Isn't that what we read in the book?
No.
Is that correct?
Was it?
Yeah, that's what the book says. Like
Did it just say Europa fell off and died?
Yeah.
Did I forget this?
Yeah, like in the chapter. It says that Cadmus and Europa
it would
both
matter to her, right? Where the fuck is this? Yeah, it was probably important to her.
Yeah. It said that Cadmus made
they were children of Zeus, Cadmus and Europa, and they're going to get offered up as human sacrifices, and they prayed to Zeus to save them. So he sent a flying ram with golden wool. Obviously, that must not be correct because Europa got fucked by Zeus, or tried to.
Yeah. Well, normally he doesn't fuck his children.
Is there somebody else named Europa or something? Because this does feel...
I do love, if you go to the gallery section, half the photos are just titled The Rape of Europa.
Ooh! They're a little on the nose. Titian's is, I have to say, very, very Renaissance. Very, very Renaissance.
Let me just look at the gold.
I think the weirdest one
I think Rick just, like, totally made it, to be honest.
I think the weirdest one, Sam, is when you go to the one in 1908 by Felix Vallotton.
Yeah, that one's weird.
I'm not a fan of that one. I think it's her butt is sort of confusing.
Yeah, like, you have to look at it hard to understand what is her body and what is the bull. The bull doesn't even look attractive. Like, I wouldn't fuck that bull. There are more attractive bulls on this page.
I would swim away. Yeah, I mean, let me see. I have to say
the one... cow.
The one from Titian is pretty good.
Yeah.
Rick just made all that shit because there's a different story about the Golden Fleece. We're going to talk about it in a different episode later.
Okay.
But it's not quite like that. I was like, I thought this was different. I thought there was something going on here. Listen, I read the chapter and then I completely forgot what happened because
the first half of the chapter... I always forget the first half of that chapter. Like, it just, like, always flies by and I don't really remember it. And then I sat down to read the chapter last night again. And I was like, wait a second. There's, like, a whole plot that happens here.
Yeah, I read that part
the goddamn book.
I read that part that Annabeth summarized and I'm like, that sounds weird. And I wrote down the names. I'm like, we're going to talk about that for the myth section. I'm like, this is entirely different. But, yeah, no. They're not actually related to the Golden Fleece quite the way that it says in the book.
Cool.
Rick, why'd you just, like, fully make this part up?
Well, maybe he wanted to use Europa and read the story and realized it wasn't for kids. And that, a woman with pimple boobs who fucks a bull isn't necessarily appropriate for 12-year-olds.
And yet the Minotaur is.
Yeah.
We don't talk about how the Minotaur was formed, but...
The Minotaur's real name, Asterion, is named after Europa's husband.
Well, yeah, because that would be his,
step-grandfather? It wouldn't actually, because...
It'd be his step-grandfather.
Yeah.
I hope he inherited
because
the pimple
Minos
boobs.
would be his stepfather.
Yes.
There you go. I did it.
Awesome.
We're fine.
Yeah.
So does Cadmus even matter?
I mean, Cadmus is in fact her brother, so
yeah.
I'm gonna talk about him a little bit.
I thought Cadmus was a woman, and Zeus had chose the hotter woman.
That would have been
and just dropped the other one.
That would have been a funnier story.
Oh no. I do also like that in this it has to specifically say that it was not the Cretan bull that whisked her away, because that is a different part of her family.
Yes.
There's just a lot of bulls in Crete.
Yeah, I mean...
Crete and bulls have a lot of things. Well, I think the Cretans, I guess that's what they would be called.
Yeah, they are, in fact,
Cretians,
that is...
The people of Crete worship...
Yeah, it's in a lot of their
a lot
art.
of bull imageries. Yeah,
it's all over Gnosis and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, Europa's important, and of course she's the moon of Zeus, because aren't all of Zeus's love interests?
And then we set a goddamn drone thingy up there named Juno.
Yep.
To go check up on
Zeus.
him and all of his goddamn consorts.
Yeah, they're there to annoy him, asking him for child support because they all got pregnant.
If you don't know, listeners, Jupiter being Zeus, Juno being Hera, Roman versus Greek names, but yes, that. Alright. It really is very popular in art, Europa, and it's just like
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous because you think Zeus would turn into an attractive man. You'd think a horny woman would want to fuck an attractive man.
Let's not forget Leda and the Swan.
That's true. That is true.
He likes to turn into animals and then fuck ladies.
Okay, I'm trying to locate which picture I want to complain about this time.
For Cadmus?
Yes, I found it.
Alright, we're gonna swap over to this then next. I think I've talked Europa. Oh god. Okay, so Cadmus, the founder of Thebes.
So she founded Crete, he founded Thebes. We're doing well.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that we need to connect Cadmus back to our old buddy Dionysus, because guess what? This is his grandfather.
Oh shoot, yeah, it is.
Because Cadmus is the father of Semele, Dionysus' mom. So
yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Fun. So he is important in the Europa story because he's sent to try to find his sister after she's abducted. All of that. I think that's how we always got to go into that because sometimes.
Oh, and then after we're done with that, the picture I want to talk about is next to etymology.
I looked at that picture and got very confused very quickly.
I know, right?
I shall explain. Okay, the loincloth looks like a dick.
It does!
As it always does.
But
we just talked about this yesterday.
My favorite part is it definitely... I'm pretty sure the dragon is actively biting off someone's head.
Is it? Okay,
yeah, down on the right.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it is. If you make the picture bigger, I did that. It is actively biting off someone's head.
Yeah.
That is a picture.
Yeah, and it looks like the other dragon's head is about to start deep-throating the pole.
Yeah. And then the other one, Nemean lion, that's what I was thinking.
It looks like he is wearing
He's a derpy
Pericles' thing, because he's got the lion on him. Or is that the lion?
That's what it looks like. And then, hold on, the third dragon head looks like it's already dead. So one
it just looks derpy.
Or it's just derpy. I'm not sure.
Its pupils are really big.
Yeah.
It is. Wow.
That's why I think it's dead. It's
yeah.
Hey, at least I got normal nipples.
So his name means possibly from the east, or he who excels, but it's unclear.
He who excels. From the east. Let's combine them.
Yes, both. Both is good. So of course he's the founder of the. Oh God, he consulted the Oracle. You never do that.
That same one, probably.
In actual mythology, don't do that.
That's how you die.
That is literally. But he went to Delphi, consulted. He was ordered to give up his quest and follow a cow, so he could.
Goddamn cows!
It's all about the fucking cows.
Is all of mythology just cows?
Yeah, what a cow.
I think so. Well, also snakes.
Well,
there's a picture of him with snakes there too. So
yeah,
even if we think about other religions, like even if we think about other religions, cows have always been important in like ancient mythology,
especially
even,
Hinduism.
Like, yeah, I've specifically. When I learnt the significance of cows to Hinduism was in a Tintin book where they were in India and they're trying to get to the airport and they're like, no, the cows block the road, we can't go any further.
Oh.
But yes, then white people stuff ensues.
Yeah. So Cadmus, he slayed a dragon. I love how it says compared to the Hydra. It's the water dragon.
There's an actual animal named a water dragon and it's like this cute little lizard. All I can think now is him trying to fight like a cute little lizard.
No, I don't want that. No, that makes it sad. Don't fight the giant lizard. He's trying to eat his head off.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So then he's instructed to sow the dragon's into the ground, which springs forth a race of armed men called Spartoi. As you do, as one does. I think we already kind of talked about that with the Colchis Bulls, because that's why I was forgetting his name. That's why Jason had to defeat them, so that he could sow the grounds with the dragon's teeth.
Makes sense.
See, they keep having the same stories over and over again. Like, Cadmus fighting the dragon is compared to the Hydra, and Heracles, like, every story, just over and over. Greece did the same.
Yeah, that's how, like, Hollywood works today, so what do you expect?
Exactly. And then he also married a goddess, Harmonia.
Naturally.
If I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun stuff. The goddess of harmony is a daughter of love and war.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm trying to the part where, because I know that's a thing.
It's fine.
What? Okay, this thing is like, he wishes to become a...
Maybe they're the snakes that were copulating when Tiresias came back.
You know what? That's absolutely who they are. They're definitely those snakes. Because he was also the seer for Thebes, isn't he?
Yep.
That's specifically like his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm not seeing where it comes in, but I know that like their entire like family line is cursed.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Because Thebes, Oedipus.
Yep. Yeah, it always comes back to Oedipus. I'm aware.
It always comes back to Oedipus, but like their entire family line has a lot of crazy fucking shit that goes down.
What family doesn't though? Like we always talk about this family has crazy fucking shit, and we go, well, no, that's just normal. Like I just like, come on.
I know specifically because I also listen to mythology podcasts.
Do you?
They were talking about Dionysus and how he cursed like one of his, I think it was like his cousin or something, who was in this line because he's like did not want to believe that Dionysus was a god or want to worship him. This family gets kind of... I really just want to talk about how fucked up all families in mythology.
Okay, I just looked at the family tree and I'm so fucking concerned. Zeus has fucked his own great grandchild.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sam,
he normally doesn't do it like his like daughter. He normally waits a couple few.
Sam, what you're not seeing here is that if you go farther down below Perseus, Heracles is there. Heracles is Perseus's like great grandson.
Mm-hmm.
So Zeus is related to Heracles like 3 times over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Poseidon fucks his grandchild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yep. Uh-huh. That also means that Dionysus is related to Zeus twice over, and he's also related to Poseidon.
Mm-hmm.
There, okay. Yeah. This This is a fucking family tree. That's all it is. That's. I think my favorite thing is the color key, though, because we have the 3 genders here: male, female, and deity.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you know that's what they were?
Yes, I know that's what they are.
There are only 3 genders.
Male, female, deity.
Anyone who doesn't fit between male and female is just a deity now.
So, Charlie,
Yes.
you're a deity.
Yeah. I already knew that, but thank you.
That's fair. We already knew, but now we've got confidence.
I don't know what the fuck, like, this has to do with the golden rim at all, because...
It doesn't.
I'm just gonna, like, search, see if the golden... It is not mentioned on this fucking page! Like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? Rick, what were you on?
Yes.
I'm gonna say that probably the actual story of the golden...
Cactus juice. Rick was on cactus juice.
That's true.
Cactus juice.
It's the
Oh,
quenchiest.
you're not there yet. You're not there yet, Sam.
It'll quench ya!
You'll get there. You'll get there. You can come back to us when you figure out what that means.
I'm not even going to try at this point.
It's fine. Okay. Let's move on to Hermes.
Let's go to Hermes. Sam, we're going to talk about your godly parrot. Isn't this...
Daddy.
Thank you for saying it like that.
Can you put that at the end of the episode?
Yes, that will.
That should be the thing.
Why does Hermes have so much pubic hair in the statue?
Oh,
Is that hair? Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like a beard.
And I think his penis was broken off.
Probably.
Yeah, it doesn't look long enough for the amount of pubic hair.
I like that he's got like a cape. I like his cape, personally.
Yeah. I zoomed in really far, and it definitely looks like his pee-pee was cut off.
I'm just lucky no one else is home, so no matter what I say or look at on my computer, I'm not going to really have people walk in on me and go, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
We don't do porn here. We just examine the pee-pees of gods.
Yeah, it's definitely been snapped off, as well as his thumb.
Oh yeah, he's missing a thumb too.
You know what's fun about this? Hermes' penis is kind of important to some things.
Yeah.
That we will talk about. I think I've already mentioned some things when I talked about Pan, who
yes,
is Hermes. Did y'all know that? Pan is Hermes. I've told Taylor this before, but Sam, did you recall this?
I do recall this, I believe.
This is my favorite fact. The fact that they were probably once the same god, and that they just split off. So, Hermes is the god of, like, 50 bajillion things. The god of boundaries, roads, travelers, thieves, athletes, shepherds, commerce, speed, cunning, wit, and sleep. He is a psychopomp and the divine messenger.
Except his boundaries aren't really there.
But, a god that has no boundaries. Oh wait, that's just Zeus.
It's everybody.
Zeus is the god of lack of boundaries, while Hermes is the god of boundaries.
Ooh, I found boobs.
No!
Oh,
We're really adulting on this pod. We're all very mature here.
Mm-hmm.
So mature.
Alright. So I just love that Hermes is a psychopomp. Because psychopomps are one of my do y'all know what those are?
I talk about psychopomps all the time because of you now.
Good.
They're fascinating.
It's actually a word that it's guide of soul people to the afterlife. And as Hermes is like the divine messenger, and he's got all these like he can go anywhere. He can go to the underworld. He can go to the human worlds, wherever the underworld. I love
when
that.
Thanatos is being bad at his job.
What did you just call him?
I say Thanatos.
Okay, I heard like empanadas or something like that.
Yes, my favorite god, empanada.
I call him Thanatos.
Yeah, I know you do.
I feel like Hermes is every god's like friend. Like he doesn't really have any enemies.
Yeah.
Well, they sort of need him. It's a little important.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like if I were to sort Hermes, he would be somewhere between Slytherin and Hufflepuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's a Slitherpuff, if I ever saw one. Because he's a fucking trickster, but he's also, like, the hardest worker you'll ever meet.
And, like, he doesn't have main character vibes. Like, he's not trying to be the main character or is the main character, so he can't be Gryffindor or Ravenclaw.
He's literally a jack of all trades. Literally.
Yeah.
He gets all the shit jobs. He is... Oh my god, Hermes is the god of customer service.
He is.
Yes, he is.
We even see this in the chapter.
Literally. Pray to Hermes if you work in customer service. I will start praying to him, because I basically am Hermes as I deliver pizzas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
I've spent the last 2 weeks answering phone calls and making phone calls for customers, and yeah.
That's essentially all my job is too. We're thriving.
We are so thriving.
Whee!
So, he has so many symbols. Okay, so I've heard Hermes be called the god with, like, the most market appeal. He has so much stuff going for him. He's got all.
I feel like him and Apollo are just popping off.
Definitely. Apollo didn't even get a Roman name. Hermes is Mercury, which, we get the words merchandise, merchant, and commerce from that. Don't you love that?
Yep.
Hermes is the reason we have capitalism.
Capitalism!
We're big fans of capitalism here on Of the Eldest Gods.
This is why
Always.
he's a Slytherin and a Hufflepuff. He gives us, like, the internet, but also capitalism.
He gives me the opportunity to overanalyze terrible art and penises and boobs in classical art, but then he also gives me Black Friday.
Yes. You know what? Hermes, the god of Black Friday. Love that. So, he's obviously got a bunch of, like, winged things on him, because he's, like, the god of speed and just being a messenger. So he's got the winged helmet, the winged sandal. I love that a tortoise is one of his symbols. The fastest creature. I love
A tortoise
it so-
with wings. Come on, you gotta add wings.
Yeah, isn't there things like that in Mario? They go pretty fast, like when they go up and down and you're trying to jump.
Yeah, especially when they're blue.
You're both fucking assholes.
One of his symbols is also a rooster, which is why he has a giant cock.
Except for when it gets broken off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the reason why his dick is kind of a thing, he's the god of boundaries, and on a lot of different, like, paths and boundaries, like, around places, they had, little statues of Hermes, usually of his head and his dick. They were called Hermes. He's the, yep. We love
I love how Wikipedia goes, in ancient Greece, Hermes was a phallic god of boundaries. At least that's how I'm pronouncing that word.
No, but that's how that's
pronounced.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Which just means it looks like a penis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We're good.
It's, look.
Oh, his day is Wednesday! Wait, I love that. His day is hump day.
No.
The most important fact, Hermes' special day is hump day.
God.
So, I think we already talked about who his parents are, because his dad's Zeus, like, half of ancient Greece. And his mother is Maya, who's one of Pleiades.
Okay, this family tree is just as bad, just as an FYI. There's just a section that
there a
just
family
says
tree
Uranus's genitals.
Yeah, because Aphrodite has two options.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Aphrodite is interesting. But the best thing about the whole Hermes being Pan thing is great, because they did a backwards kind of thing here and making Pan Hermes. Love that. Love that. That's how you connect deities that were possibly the same at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Here's the god of boundaries thing. It's missing the dong, but you see that?
It looks like a dong. Like, let's just be very honest and upfront.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's got a head and everything.
I mean, it's got the head, but there's the hole where his dick is supposed to be, and that's what they were. It's wonderful. Love those. And I think his whole connection to Pan is, like, why he's still, like, a god of shepherds up. Where is...
This is a very long wiki. I've just, like,
been
sitting
because
here.
He's the god of fucking everything.
I've just, like, been sitting here trying to, like...
I was trying to find the thing that he talks about in this chapter. So, shortly after Hermes is born, he's still, like, a small baby, and he steals Apollo's sacred cattle.
Like
as one does. As normal babies do. So he gets his whole thing about thievery and all that shit. And Oh, does it describe how he does it? I know he does like a whole thing where he, says that, oh no, they were going the other way because he turns their hooves around. And so they walk backwards. Yeah, it's weird. It's really fucking weird.
Okay.
But Apollo obviously, like, finds out that it was Hermes who did this, and what does Hermes do? He makes him an instrument. Be like, don't be mad. I'm awesome. I made you music.
Yeah.
He made him the lyre.
Because he's a liar.
Hey! The god of liars.
No.
Often thieves are liars. So.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, I mean, some thieves are like, oh, you got me.
Oh, I remember why Wednesday's his day. Okay, I forgot why. It's because, because all the gods have to be, like, kind of equated in weird ways, and so his Norse equivalent is Odin.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Woden's Day, that's how it is. I've also definitely come across things, as I just searched through Wikipedia, and there is a fun hybrid god that is Hermes and Anubis together. Hermanubis. Because Anubis, the Egyptian god, was a psychopomp. So, they're the same person, obviously. I don't know how that works, but it's literally just Hermes with a dog head. That's how they did it. Okay. Are you done, Taylor?
So basically, any person who comes on here who's a child of Hermes, we can just say is a child of Anubis.
I mean, possibly.
To help you out. Not you specifically, Charlie. I mean, people who come on and are having trouble. Figuring out an Egyptian god.
When we get to Cain Chronicles, because we're already thinking about Cain. I think that's funny.
Well, I just bought them recently.
Yeah, I've got to sit down. I never really got into those books, so I've got to reread. I've got to read them.
It's underrated.
It is. I just didn't own them.
Also, I did not mention thing is also, I guess that's like, probably not.
I already ranted about the Caduceus on here, so.
Exactly, that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna bring this shit up again.
I got mad at the U.S. military, it's fine.
We could already talk about, I don't want that, but like,
we'll come back to him.
Dude, I love him. I really...
I like to think he's trying his best.
Literally.
That's...
He's definitely trying his best. He does all of the odd jobs for all of the gods. Like I said, god of customer service.
So underappreciated. Just, like, completely underappreciated.
Agreed. Glad we're all...
He's the god who has, like, 50 jobs because he's just trying to make it. Oh my god, he's the god of millennials.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
I love this game of just equating him to things in the modern world.
You're not wrong. Okay, let's talk about this chapter before I fall asleep.
Oh no.
Fridays are rough. Fridays are rough. I don't function anymore by Friday.
I could have, like, if I wasn't automatically waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I could have slept for another couple of hours. I'm exhausted.
We're fine. We're adults. Sure.
Hashtag adulting.
Okay, some of us are adults.
Some of us.
Okay, why does this chapter start with so much fucking gaslighting? First, Teleangelus is like gaslighting Annabeth and Percy. Because apparently bad chariot racing induces an attack by razor birds. And then
didn't you know?
Annabeth has spent like the past 3 weeks, not 3 weeks, whatever, however much time, gaslighting Percy because she assumes he knows about the Golden Fleece. Like, did you not learn anything from last year?
Percy doesn't know shit. Don't assume he knows things.
He's really trying his best.
This book is knowing this stuff. Gaslighting, as we've already figured out.
Yeah, these early books, just in general, are just gaslighting.
It's all gaslighting all the time.
But like, I'm trying to remember as a 12-year-old or like a 13-year-old, I was probably gaslit quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
I just didn't realize it.
We were all fucked over when we were this age. It's fine.
As you are, you know.
As we still are, because we're.
I think the best part of this first page is the fact that they ate the birds.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they, like, partially metallic? Or, like,
The beaks?
inside are they just goddamn chicken?
I
they
think it's just the
describe
beaks.
But they describe the feathers, even on, like, the Wikipedia as being metallic, too. So is it, like,
Okay.
they're all metal
Maybe
on
I
the
forgot
outside, and then, like, chicken
No,
on
you
the goddamn
you
inside?
you pluck the feathers, you take off the beak, and then you eat everything else. Like, do you eat those parts of a bird usually?
No, but, like, I expected the whole thing to be essentially an automaton.
I was like, this is... when I keep reading this, I know it's based in mythology, but I'm like, this is something Hephaestus would do to harass, Camp Half-Blood if he was just feeling mean.
Fucking Hephaestus.
Hephaestus is great. I'm a Hephaestus stan. Hephaestus deserved better.
Yes.
That's where we're at.
But he also likes
But-
fucking with people by making weird robots.
Which, you know, it's fine for me. I'm fine with that. He can do him all he wants, but not other people.
Yeah. Not other people. Don't do other people.
I think
Unless
Percy
they get
has
consent.
I think Percy has a good answer to what do you get when you skin a ram? Messy. That's the correct
hold
answer,
on.
I think.
We need to go back for a second to the second paragraph when Percy tells Tantalus to go chase a donut
Yes.
as his insult. And
I love it.
I'm
There is
so,
no
so proud of
consequences
him.
to those words.
I'm just so proud of him. Like,
Also, the fact that the how you clean dishes is with what is
Lava?
it? Lava? Like
I don't think that necessarily cleans the dishes. It more gets rid of them.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think there are any
these
dishes
must
left.
be some pretty decent dishes, I guess.
I don't know. I guess these dishes are not biodegradable in
Yeah.
any form.
I-
And the fact that they can also put lava in a spray gun, I was just like,
Yeah, I have so many questions about these gluten herpes.
What the fuck, Camp Half-Blood? Why do you gotta be so extra?
That's like their tagline is, we're extra so you don't have to be.
It's like, I swear, if this camp didn't have all the lava shit, like, it would be pretty fine. But, like, there's too much lava for random things. Like, the lava wall cannot
Yeah.
do. No.
does not need to exist.
I wouldn't be able to do it, but it'd be funny to watch somebody burn on it.
Yeah, that would kill campers, like, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need that.
And that's another way Hephaestus fucked with the camp.
Well, I was about to say,
Probably.
maybe this is something like lava light, where it's just like, it is lava, but it doesn't hurt as much.
Oh, wait,
Lava
wait.
light!
It's like in Spy Kids 3, when the lava, like, just doesn't hurt them at all.
Yeah. Throwback
That wonderful
to Spy
movie
Kids
where,
3.
with Frodo, Spy Kids 3.
I always forget it's him, but then you see his eyes and you're like, okay, your eyes tell me you're Elijah Wood. The rest of you doesn't. I'm so confused.
Just love that. So yeah, the Golden Fleece, it exists, and Rick made up a story about it, because that's not quite how that goes.
It's fine.
The
It is
fact
if you
Cadmus
believe.
and Europa, children of Zeus. The fuck?
It's fine if you believe.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you got the part about the fleece being in Colchis, right? Because that is true.
Yes.
But
One
Cadmus
thing,
never went
right.
there. It's because this man is an English teacher and he was not a mythology scholar.
Nah, yeah.
He became a mythology scholar after writing these.
He tried his best. That's what he did. He tried his best.
You would think that they, like, because we talk about how Grover is drawn to the fleece because he's
The nature magic.
the nature magic. But you'd think that they would know that the golden fleece exists, and I don't know, may have attempted to keep track of it, or if they didn't keep track of it, be wary of like excessive amounts of nature magic.
No,
Yeah.
that sounds too logical.
Yeah, I have questions now.
Especially seeing like Grover needs a fucking license to go and search for Pan, and then the people giving out the license, don't send to warn. Oh, every time a satyr goes to Florida, they go disappear, and it's like, well, don't go to Florida then.
That was still like
you
my
should just
favorite
not
thing.
go to Florida anyhow. It's fine.
I didn't mention it, but like in last chapter when Grover is just like, "Oh, I went to Florida and I turned left," and that was it. That was the whole direction.
Yeah, isn't that how you get fucked over? You just go to Florida and turn left.
Yeah,
I
so
see no problems.
they're just like, the fleece has been missing, people have searched for it, they just haven't had luck. But I guess you just need a satyr to search for it. You find it. Except you really just get killed by a cyclops.
Yay! Polyphemus is doing great.
Yeah.
Good for him for surviving this long.
He just
okay.
he makes me think of Zeus when he's horny.
What is the half-life of a cyclops eye? Because it's only half healed. And it's been 3,000, 4,000 years.
Well, I assume
I'm
it doesn't
concerned.
fully heal all the way, because I don't think he can have nectar and ambrosia and just fully heal that shit. I don't think he's cool enough for that.
I just want to know why. Just why.
Yep. Just why. Why?
Why? Also, this is a trap. Everything is a trap.
Trap. It's all a trap. I love how Athena has been around, long enough to go, yeah, this sounds too easy.
Did you just call Annabeth Athena?
Yes.
Yes.
You're
That's
not
the same
wrong.
thing.
At first I was just accepting it, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Because she was such a big part in the Odyssey, so I mentally at first, it did not register for me that that's not what you meant.
Nah, not at all, but that's okay.
We're fine. Thriving.
So thriving. Also, Annabeth's Polyphemus, the worst of the Cyclops. Wow. Really dragging him.
After bagging on Tyson for 2 chapters.
I just need her to stop.
We're over
I
her
understand
racism.
that she's had a bad experience, and she's had a bad experience at some stage, which has meant that she doesn't trust them at all. But you gotta understand, Percy's been with this,
I've had bad experience with white guys, and I don't hate Sam.
Yet, and yes.
At least you're honest with yourself.
And, yes, Percy is the physical embodiment of a golden retriever, but, he wouldn't be hanging around Tyson if Tyson was dangerous. And so,
And he's proven that he protects the people.
Yeah. Annabeth brought him into camp so he could save Percy. Why? She trusted it enough for that. Why is she so racist to Cyclops? Why to Tyson? You know what? If she wants to be racist to other Cyclops, okay. But why Tyson?
Yeah, be racist all you want to Polyphemus, but
Put all of this onto
justice for
Polyphemus.
Tyson.
Justice for Tyson.
And he's a baby as well.
That's the other thing, is he's a tiny child.
You can literally teach him to not be a dick. You can do that because he's a baby. He's impressionable.
Yeah.
That's part of what education is about, is teaching children not to be terrible.
Well, Athena's not the goddess of education, so...
That's true, that's also Apollo.
Apollo owns everything that Athena should have.
Yeah. If you take Athena and Apollo and put them together, you get Ravenclaw, for the most part. There's a couple exceptions.
But Apollo is a Gryffindor.
Apollo himself is a Gryffindor. Well, what he represents.
Yeah. Anyway.
A bitch.
A bitch.
Fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're fine.
So yeah, the
fine.
Bermuda Triangle is the Sea of Monsters, but I don't know what the fuck the Sea of Monsters is. I don't know, also they said the name of the book, so I think we got a drink. I think that's how that works, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
I already...
drink.
Sorry, I finished my drink. And it's also, morning, we're saying this, so...
Yeah, but I've been trying to convince my brother for the past 3 days to drink the champagne that has been sitting in our fridge for months, because I got wine drunk at work on Wednesday afternoon. So, yeah.
We're having mimosas tomorrow morning at the football game, so I'll think about you then.
Yeah, James was like, oh, we could drink it tonight. I'm like, no, I'm babysitting tonight. I don't think being drunk while babysitting is a great idea.
I see no problem. Says the teacher. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Percy's like, this is my home turf. We can do this. Also, Athena, or Annabeth is a child of Athena, and she helped Odysseus. So, we got this shit.
Mm-hmm.
We got this shit. We can get through the Sea of Monsters, no problem.
Things are good. Except Poseidon's on the other part of the issue in the Sea of Monsters. But I guess now he's on your side, so that's one less issue.
Yeah, that's true. Polyphemus can't be like, oh, my father's Poseidon. Well, Percy's dad's Poseidon too. Fuck you.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, me too, bud. Join the team.
Brother!
That's how we should be. I'm just be like, brother! We have been united!
You can't tell me that's how the book happens, right? That's exactly what happens later. Is that
sorry,
Percy's
guys.
just like, oh, hey, brother? What's up?
Sorry, guys. Spoiler
Weren't you
alert.
gonna invite me to your
That's how
wedding?
the book ends.
Percy ends up being the best man at the wedding.
And Grover's just like, what the fuck is happening? You were here to help! And he's like, I am helping.
And Tyson is
You're in
the
love.
Cyclops of Honor.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
We support this.
This book isn't about saving Grover or getting the Golden Fleece. It's about planning the most awesome wedding ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you answer on Twitter, if you had to plan a wedding for a Cyclops and a Satyr, how would you do it? Let us know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, they want to do this quest, and they're gonna pressure Tantalus to make them do the quest.
I love how they immediately assume that the quest is going to be given to them. It's like, you don't think that Tantalus already hates you. It's like, you could think, and like, especially, Annabeth, as daughter of Athena, could think a little bit further and go, I don't think
Annabeth thinks that they're gonna get the quest. I think she's just like, we need to get this quest to be a thing. That's all that matters right now. We're gonna go on it anyway, but somebody needs to go.
Just anybody at this point.
Yeah.
Anybody.
And like I said, I'm okay with Clarice going. She's proven herself this time. And then the fact that she's just like, about it makes me respect the fact that she's like, Tantalus is terrible. Maybe shouldn't do what Tantalus wants me to do.
Are we not going to talk about the songs that they sing at the campfire?
Oh yes, fucking hell, the songs, I love them.
Down by the Aegean.
Great grandpa.
Oh my god. This land is Minos' land.
Land is Minos' land.
Whatever.
This land is Minos' land.
Shut the fuck up.
From California to the Aegean Sea. Isn't that how it goes?
I don't like that. I really don't want him to own all that.
Yeah.
Same.
I also love how Dionysius is turned around and got, I immediately regret hiring you. Just like, nah, I'm not interested anymore.
He's just like, this isn't fun. I'm bored now.
Yeah.
I'm sending you back. Bye. I'm surprised he hasn't sent him back at this point. The eye roll that happens really.
Yeah.
Tantalus calling Percy kitchen boy makes me want to punch him in his face so much.
He gives me Umbridge vibes.
Oh my god, that's what this is. Right. Yeah, Tantalus is our Umbridge.
You be right.
Because he's replaced our favorite boy, Chiron.
Mm-hmm. I as I've written in my notes, this is a hashtag Harry Potter moment, where like we bully someone in power, and then we have like our main character moment where and it gets taken away from us, and someone else is actually having plot development and character development.
Yeah,
it happens.
The way that Percy is sassing Tantalus though does give me vibes of that. Well, I don't know, Lord Voldemort scene from Order of the Phoenix. It gives me those vibes. Also the fact that Percy figured out that was latitude and longitude. Smart boy.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I get it. I get it's probably because of, the sea stuff. But, I'm just proud of him. I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart. He's smarter than we think.
And then Annabeth then turns around and decodes them and, goes, oh, yeah, they're there.
Okay, do we need
the fact that she knows that's, would be off the coast of Florida, I'm like, okay, bud.
Taylor, I think we need to go to that exact location and see what's there.
Okay.
I think
we're
that's
just gonna drop down into...
That's the of the Eldest Gods field trip for the future. We're gonna go there.
After the McBarge?
This is
it the
first meetup is at the McBarge. Second meetup is wherever the fuck those coordinates are.
It's just gonna be open water. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
We're gonna go in boats.
Oh, okay.
Taylor, we're gonna be on a ship together. Hashtag Chuck Taylor.
Yep. Chuck Taylor, my favorite couple.
When Joe's on the show for our last episode, for the movie episode, he's just gonna have... I'm just looking forward to his reaction to everything.
Everything? Okay.
Yeah.
So I may have just searched up the coordinates.
Oh, good.
What's
Is it in the
there?
middle of water?
I'm zooming. Yeah, it's like on the same like latitude as Jacksonville in Florida.
Well, that's a terrible place.
And there is quite literally nothing there.
What's in
Okay,
Jacksonville?
cool.
Floridians. That was a Twilight reference, and I don't think anyone here got it.
Nope.
I see, I'm just thinking about the good place, so...
Yes, actually, yes.
Better.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it's about halfway between Florida and Bermuda.
Okay. Well, everybody bring your boats. Everybody bring your yachts, because I know we're all billionaires here.
Yeah. Aren't we?
Yeah. I've been hiding it in my bra this whole time.
Wow, that's why your boobs are so big.
Yeah. As I sit here not wearing a bra.
I love the fact that the flames, the fire is like magic, and so like everybody's like, we need a quest, and the flames are like, wow, we're gonna set the camp on fire.
Yeah, and when they start shouting Clarice, and it's 1,000 different colors, like...
Oh my god, goodness, it's rainbow fire. That's what it is. We have rainbow fire.
Gay fire.
Yeah, it's me.
Is Clarice canonically straight? Because I wouldn't put her as a straight person. I could definitely see her as, just not a generally straight person.
I think she's bi.
And yeah, I definitely think so as well.
I really have no opinion about Clarice's sexuality.
I have opinions about everybody's sexuality here.
That's fair. I
think
really
already
have opinions
said-
of my own sexuality.
Fair.
Oh, this is the hashtag Harry Potter moment. Sorry,
Oh, what?
I just realised. So once Clarice is announced and everyone gets excited, Percy's like, it should be me. And everyone goes,
Yeah.
you had your chance last year. Fuck off.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to reference the Grover is my friend. He was
a friend.
Where's MC when you need her?
Her impression is just so damn good.
Oh, she's so good at it. She could be like a proper comedian. I wouldn't like I don't know whether she would.
I genuinely would pay to go see MC do stand up.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know whether that's something she ever intends on doing, but I definitely think that it's something that she could do very successfully.
Hey, Mary Clay, if you ever listen to this, we all think that you should do stand-up.
She can replace John Mulaney after he got in trouble. Not that everyone stops going to John Mulaney anyway. Like, he wasn't properly cancelled or anything. Was he? I don't know.
No, I have opinions about that whole situation. Just as a child of an addict or a recovering addict, there's just some warning signs that I don't think he's a bad person for the things he's done.
Yeah.
But getting into a relationship and having a child is a specific warning sign of somebody who's just gotten out of rehab. Like, it's genuinely a thing people do.
Yeah, I've seen it before, yeah.
So it's like, I'm not mad at him, not necessarily canceling him, but I don't think I can support him right now until he gets help.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think a lot of people, I think the more of the reaction was worry rather than anger at him, which... Yeah, so that's just where my brain is with John Mulaney. So, MC, until John Mulaney gets the help he needs, you're up. You're up. You can take over, all of his stand-up stuff. I reckon, MC's Instagram stories are as iconic as John Mulaney quotes. Let's be honest.
That's fair. I think
this is the official plug of the podcast now is just Mary Clay.
It's just Mary Clay.
Yes.
Mary Clay is an entity.
Yeah, plug in my head. So let's talk about something who should be cancelled. Tantalus.
Please, cancel Tantalus. Hashtag cancel Tantalus.
Cancel him. Because
I'm glad he
talks
tells
about
his own goddamn story.
Yeah, he tells his own goddamn story, which we've already talked about on this pod, but, like, fucking hell, he's such a creep. He wants...
Why was this approved?
He wants to murder the campers and cook them.
See, my question is, even if
That's why he cooked the birds.
decides... Even
That's
if
why he cooked the
Dionysus
birds.
Fuck, that's why he cooked the
decided
birds.
he was gonna take over, why did the rest of the gods approve this?
I don't think that they know
Who
what's
fucking
happening,
approved this?
Taylor.
Like, I mean, he must have...
Well,
He
Hermes
got out on
obviously
work
knows.
release. He
Hermes knows
prayed his
everything.
dad. He's like,
That's true.
Zeus, please let me. I've suffered enough. I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help out my bro Dionysus. I don't know. I don't like
But-
this.
I'm glad at the end Clarice is just like, sir, I don't like this. And then she just goes because she doesn't want to be eaten.
And, like, poor Clarice, who, you know, has been given a quest for the first time that we know of, and all this pressure, you know, all this worry, all this, you know, weight on her, and Percy's trying to, in her mind, Percy's being a dick. Talantulas is no help whatsoever. Mr. D isn't going to help. She probably really misses Chiron, like, just a lot. Chiron or whatever. But, like, and so, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she, you know, she went to bed that night and was, like, so stressed because, no one was there to support her.
I'm stressed picking out my clothes in the morning.
Yeah. She's definitely stressed. She needs to have some of those cokes that Percy has later. Helps with the ADHD.
Yep. See, I was just listening back to one of your last chapter ones where, you know, the last chapter of the Lightning Thief, and there is this running theme of the ADHD and coke and calming down, which is the thing that happens. I'm aware, but like, just it's awesome to see like consistently happening.
It's like it's a thing with how ADHD works and caffeine. Like caffeine literally like calms us down.
It just puts me to sleep.
And then Percy's conversation with Tyson as well, and he's like thinking about Tyson, and it's like, you know, a god claiming you does not excuse you from being a shitty parent in the past. You've actually got to like actively try and fix it and make up for it.
Have I mentioned I hate Poseidon? I hate him.
The gods in general and their lack of help for their children.
Yeah, I get Hermes. Why he can't? He's a little busy. He like genuinely.
Yeah,
and even then he goes around and helps the other gods' children. Like,
yeah, he spent 5 minutes with Percy. To be fair,
yeah, but he gave him 2 really decent gifts. We don't know what they're going to be helpful for later, but they will be. Yeah. So like, I'll give him the only god that I will give a pass to is actually Dionysus because he loves his 2 kids.
Yeah, well, he can also be, like, right there with them, like, all the time.
That's true, but I still think he... Probably.
I was gonna say, they should be year-rounders just because they can spend all the time with Dad.
Yeah.
Daddy.
D stands for Daddy. Mr. Daddy.
Well, it's Mr. Diet Coke!
Diet Coke Daddy.
Hey!
The end of the episode is just going to be all these tiny clips of Sam saying "Daddy," just over and over and over again.
Can we just get that? I want that audio file.
Okay.
It's also like that audio file from the soup salad sandwich episode.
No,
where it's just like soup the whole time.
Michael, why did you do that to us? Okay.
I really listened to that the other day. I love it too much.
Joe and I got into an actual screaming match over soup salad sandwich. We don't fight, like, at all.
Mm-hmm.
But soup salad sandwich was the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyson goes to sleep. I wish I could go to sleep as quickly as Tyson. And
please.
Yeah.
Thankfully...
Percy goes to the beach with his some cokes because he just wants to like chill and calm down.
Even if the harpies will come for him.
It's fine. He's got,
He can
like,
fight them.
Riptide.
They're just
Just
doing their
kills all the
job.
cleaning harpies. That'd actually be hilarious. It's like, who's gonna clean the cabins now? Nobody.
Yeah, because the kids aren't going to do it.
Exactly. And Mr. D doesn't enforce shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's that kind of daddy who just doesn't care.
He's the absentee father who still lives in the house.
Yep. reminds like my father is not an absentee father, but like it reminds me of my father because he's so busy he doesn't actually get a lot of time to sit down at all, and just is like.
But
it's very much
Dionysus-
Hermes like, actually.
I was gonna say, that's where Hermes, because Dionysus is not busy, he just doesn't want to do shit. Which, I feel.
Okay, the lack of stranger danger here is concerning. Like, Percy, you're from fucking New York. You should know about
That is
talking.
That is a point I didn't think about. He is from goddamn New York.
The fact that the Australian brings this up before us.
Okay, well, I grew up in the goddamn middle of nowhere where you just talk to everybody. So, as I've gotten
just don't
older,
talk to
I've turned
people.
into my dad, where I will just have conversations with anybody in public. It's become a problem. Joe hates it.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
I'm the type of person to ask you about the goddamn weather.
The weather's interesting. I did an episode on it, so...
with somebody I formerly lived with. I'm very aware. Yeah, go check out the episode of Ryan Gold, my former roommate. And then check out the episode right after that with Carmela Torres, my other former roommate.
I do love how I did your roommates back to back.
Yeah, it's fine.
I wonder what year New York City Marathon t-shirt he's wearing. Because most of those kind of shirts are dated.
Well, what does this take place? Probably like 2006 is what we're assuming.
Yeah, the book
here?
is 2006.
So, probably, anytime before
No,
that.
I imagine it's like a 1980s.
Oh my god,
New York City.
yes.
Like, it'd be really loud as well.
Yeah, I
I'm
also
sorry, why
picture
doesn't
his
he have
running
sweatbands?
He really should. I picture his running shorts as being like neon yellow too, like
Are they booty
nothing
shorts?
like subtle.
And they're booty shorts. They're really, really short and loose. They're like loose. Yeah.
Oh,
I
they're
can
like the
imagine
ones.
it. It's disgusting, but I can just visualize it in my head.
It's fine.
Do they say something on the butt?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Daddy on the butt.
Yes, it just says daddy on the. You did it. You did it.
Why?
Okay. Hermes doesn't even wait for Percy to give him permission to take one of his coats. That is rude. You better be replacing his coat.
Well, he does say, may I guess.
He asked, but you didn't give Percy a chance to...
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, he's not the god of hospitality. It's fine.
The two greatest characters.
The two best characters in the whole series. I'm sorry.
In all of literature.
Yep.
George and Martha. Washington. Oh, sorry.
They're
George
my
and
favorite
Martha, the
characters.
snakes.
I have a list of... Yeah. That have a list of why they're my favorite characters. Because they're siblings, because they're sassy, because they're always fucking hungry, and they're just a fun time to be around. It's like
Are
just
they
a great change of
siblings?
pace. I think they are. You'd assume that they're some sort of related.
I assumed they were together, and they were an old married couple.
I assumed siblings, to be honest.
I assumed
They
old
fight
married
like
couple.
siblings. They don't fight like an old married couple, though. Like
I also don't have siblings, so
I was
this
gonna
is-
say, you
that's
don't
where
have
this,
siblings, you
this
don't know.
difference comes in.
Yeah, no, this is a sibling fight.
All right,
This
I've
is
been
like
reading this
a
wrong for years.
Yeah, no, this gives me sibling fight.
Okay, I want to know what the fuck. Hermes gets a call about someone who is chained to a rock with vultures pecking out his liver. I'm sorry, Prometheus is no longer there. He was freed by Heracles eons ago. I'm sorry.
Well, somebody else is up there now.
Who is there? Who is this person?
okay, we mentioned Heracles in here as well.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Except they say Hercules.
Yeah, because Percy's a dingbat and he doesn't know his Romans from his Greeks.
Okay, is that the headcanon we're going with? Because I'm still, like, very confused as to, like, Rick, I would assume, would be consistent about
Rick
this.
doesn't know the story of the Golden Fleece from earlier in this chapter, so maybe he doesn't know his Hercules from his Heracles.
I feel like he got a lot better in, like, the next series, but, like...
Oh, yeah. He definitely gets better at things.
I feel like, especially these first two books here, he was kind of flying by the seat of his pants.
As he has to get more niche with his mythology, he gets better at knowing things. Yeah. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, now he's doing, like, all the general stuff.
I love the reason why Percy likes Hercules, though. He's just like, yeah, he makes me feel better about myself because his life was shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And Hermes is like, oh, not because of all the other reasons people normally like him.
Nope.
And that's followed immediately by Hermes blowing off Demeter, which is goddamn hilarious. She is not a woman you blow off. We remember when she ate that kid's shoulder because she was just so depressed?
Yeah, that happens.
You know, all the flowers in the floral delivery division wilted.
Remember when she created Winter? Because she was depressed? She created fucking Winter.
Yeah, you don't, yeah.
And then we get to see full-size George and Martha.
Oh, wait, we didn't talk about the fact that he has a phone that has the,
an antenna.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Antenna. He's so old school. He's got a phone with an antenna on it.
Well, this is 2006. You would still have some of those.
Yeah. It's just pre-iPhone.
I just love it. Yeah. I forgot that those were a thing in 2006.
He's the boomer who still uses a flip phone.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, he would still be using one now because he just hasn't had the time to swap over to an iPhone yet.
That's fair. He hasn't.
Like that. Yeah.
And where would he put George and Martha? Where would they go? They're his AirPods. They're his AirPods.
They are his AirPods.
That is a good headcanon. I was going to think about, the iPods, they've still got the charm thing on them, and they just sit as the charm on the iPod.
Okay, question, y'all. What do you do if you... phone charms still exist. What do you do with those now?
I don't know.
My
phone is purely
charms,
functional.
And I don't know...
If I can't fit my phone in my pocket, it's not going,
where do you put
something's got to go.
I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Phone charms? Those were like
clue with that.
It's like a key ring for your phone.
That's a thing?
Okay, literally the Dionysus thing that I have here, this top part, this is a phone charm. This is very visual for this podcast. But yeah, that's a phone charm. You're supposed to be able to put them on. There's on older phones, they had a spot for you to put them on.
Hook it. Yeah.
But they don't have a place for that anymore.
I have no clue.
Taylor doesn't know what's happening.
It's fine. They're fine. Sorry, I'm reminding Joe to go switch the laundry.
Anyway, yes.
So we have clothes.
And then
you're talking about fun. You're Luke's father, Hermes.
And he's like, that's not normally what I go by, but
yeah.
George is all for God of Thieves.
Yep.
Yeah,
I do love this. Is a pure sibling argument. Hermes likes me best.
That's where the sibling thing.
Okay,
as soon as that comes on, that's totally. Although in my family we've all accepted that the 2-year-old is the favorite.
He's always the youngest until they turn to a brat.
Oh no, she's the smartest little 2-year-old I've ever met, and she's adorable, and I love her forever. I just want to pinch her little cheeks.
And then, I don't have Percy going, I don't have permission to go. Hermes like, has that ever stopped you?
Yeah.
And then Hermes is like, here's a story about me.
Literally what Tantalus did earlier in this chapter, Hermes is doing.
Except
is it just a son of Zeus thing?
I guess. They'd be really good at interviews because they like talking about themselves.
Yeah, but Hermes doesn't have time for interviews.
The moral of the story is rats are delicious.
Yes. If you learned anything, this chapter, rats are delicious.
That is my favorite line in all of literature. Just rats are delicious.
Just randomly. That's the part about it. Is it's just
that has nothing to do with anything.
This whole thing, and then all of a sudden it's rats are delicious.
I like the fact that Hermes is like, why does it have to have a moral? Like, it's a story. It's a true story. Not everything has a moral. Sometimes there are just things that exist.
Sometimes I just tell my students about I've lost my pants. There's
When
no
I
moral
ripped
to that.
my pants.
Okay, the one day I just, like, walked out of my room and almost forgot to put my pants on. I was like, I'm not wearing pants. What the hell?
Yeah.
And, you know, I told my students about that.
I think you
And they're
told me
like,
about
why
this
do you tell us
yesterday.
these things? Oh, yeah, it was on the restricted section episode. That's probably where you heard
Maybe
it.
that's where it was.
Yeah.
You definitely
Because
mentioned this earlier.
Oh, yeah, I also mentioned it to you.
Yes.
But, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, I almost forgot my pants, so, like, there was no moral, just, I forgot my pants today, guys.
Pants.
Okay, they keep stuff in their mouths. We get the stainless steel canister with,
yeah,
a hero killing an island and Cerberus.
I want this thermos. I really want it.
From Hercules Busts Heads.
The first
Hephaestus
season.
TV. Hephaestus TV, just like the greatest concept in the world.
Okay, I theory that Hermes and Hephaestus invented the TV together. Like, Hephaestus builds all the shit, but Hermes is like the idea guy. He's the one who gets all these electronics to talk to each other. Like,
I'm on board. So
they have their own startup.
Hephaestus, Hephaestus and Hermes made the Transformers.
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the gift is the Four Winds. If you
It's
are
a
familiar
compass.
with the Odyssey, you will recognize this as being an important thing. Except they were not in a thermos; they were in bag.
A bag.
bag.
Just a plastic
I mean,
bag.
I was gonna mention that later, but yeah, this is a thing from the Odyssey.
Yeah. Well, we'll go more into it, but just there's more that happens with said bag. But yeah. And George is now complaining because she's touching him.
They're always touching each
Even
other.
though they're intertwined, it's fine. And he's like, "You'll get knotted again." What a dad to his kids.
Yeah.
And then the other one are Minotaur-shaped vitamins. Oh, and
I
and
forgot
Furies.
they were Minotaur shaped.
Yeah, the lemon ones.
Yeah.
The
The
great
grape
ones,
ones
the
are either
Furies.
Furies or Hydras.
Hydras.
He can't remember.
I love it. It's wonderful.
9 essential vitamins, minerals, amino acids, whatever you need.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that has been infused with ambrosia of some sort.
Probably.
There are so many things that Rick could make into merch, and I want the vitamins, and I want the thermos.
Yeah, you know, like Flintstones gummies,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yes.
instead, I'm glad you've also had them, Sam. That makes me happy. I'm glad that's an international thing.
Yeah, I do not. I definitely had something similar. I'm not 100% sure whether I exactly had Flintstones gummies, but I've definitely had similar.
You know the.
You know
what I'm
the
talking about.
shaped things that make you happy. They're wonderful.
And then you're like, "Oh, let me eat all these vitamins," and your mom's like, "No."
Yeah. That was me with vitamin C for a period of about 12 months.
Well, that's why you just get like the gummies, like the Scooby-Doo gummies.
What's the opposite of scurvy? Because I think that's what Sam had.
Expensive insides.
Google that. What's the opposite of scurvy?
Rooks.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was a fool.
So, really deep down, Purpies.
What did you call him?
I mixed together Hermes and Percy and came up with Purpies.
Okay, I thought you called him herpes.
No. I called him worse. Hermes wants Percy to theoretically save Luke. And
Okay,
Percy's
so-
just like, that's not fucking gonna happen.
I love this section because this is where it deviates from Harry Potter, and this is where I think that Rick does a really good job. Because, yes, the gods don't help much, but they all understand that Kronos is back, and they don't deny it. And so, like, yes,
Yeah,
Hermes,
sure.
on one hand, is being, like, really selfish and trying to get Luke back, but also understands that Luke is the key to Kronos, you know, coming back. And if we save Luke, we save the world. and so he's trying to
Save
give
Luke,
Luke
save
as
the
many
world.
opportunities to get out.
New tagline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Zeus does kind of deny that Kronos is back. That he's the
I
only
don't
one,
think
though.
he denies it. He just doesn't,
doesn't
want
wanna
to
talk
do
about
anything about it.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Zeus
Yeah.
is very good at leaving. Zeus is the kind of person who submits the assignment at 11:59 at night instead of trying to submit it at 11.
He's the procrastinator who still gets an A+.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, me? Okay, cool.
Fuck you.
I am Zeus.
Why'd you
You
curse
wanna
the
be
pod,
Zeus?
Taylor?
I just wanted tornadoes.
I also love how George and Martha are having their own conversation, and Hermes has to correct himself when he's talking about creating the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because internet, rats, same thing.
Oh god, the fact that he has so many calls and emails to return. Are you
I
guys
have a
those people that
student.
leave those things unread or
My inbox is empty.
good?
My
I
job
need
for the-
things to be empty.
My job for the last 2 weeks was answering missed phone calls. So
Yikes.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I need everything to be up to date. I can't have notifications. It genuinely gives me anxiety. And I have a student who updates me every day on how many emails he has. I think today we're up to 2019, I want to say.
I think my dad has 90,000
2021.
emails in his inbox.
But yeah, he knows it bothers me, so he lets me know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
Taylor,
I'm like, Xavier.
I did notice when
Like-
you cleaned up our email a little bit.
I'm like, bud, 25 of those are from me giving you important, extra info to help you on the test. Maybe open those because I gave you answers.
Some emails are spam, but also some are important.
But they can't get spam in their school emails
Well,
because it's a closed system. So it's only from his teachers.
Oh no!
And it's built up from school years. So this poor guy, he just needs to go back to work. And Annabeth and Tyson.
Come running over the hills and far away.
Oh, that's a
I like-
Thanksgiving song.
Is it? So, okay, the version of Over the Hills and Far Away I know, and it's because I play trombone, is one by an Australian composer named Percy Granger, and it is the most fun thing to play, and I love the piece.
Okay. Waterproof. Everybody's waterproof. Because Hermes is great and packed their shit for him. What a man.
Yeah.
he packed everything up for the kiddies. Ain't that wonderful?
And then he was like, here, there's your ride.
Yeah, go catch
There's
it.
a boat. So, Hermes, thanks for being, a sort of helpful adult for once.
He didn't give them
Who isn't-
everything. He's just like, here are some things that will help you later.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna have to
I
catch
feel
your own
like
ride.
I feel like he gave them what he could under the stipulations Zeus gave.
Yeah.
Only give them things Odysseus had. They have Greek clothing in those duffel bags as well.
Yep.
Nothing modern.
Oh, okay. Let's end this shit.
Taylor is dead.
Percy
I
has
am.
another quest. There's another more important quest that Percy's tasked with at the end of this chapter, and that's bringing George back a rat.
Yes.
Oh,
And we
shoot,
need to have
you're right.
updates on
Thank
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
you're right. Thank you for
That's the overarching plot now for the rest of the series, whether Percy brings George back a rat.
I think this means that we're gonna have to have you on any time we see Hermes. That's just how this is gonna work.
It's literally any time, so we can figure out, is there a rat? And
Yeah.
if there's
It's like
not,
It's like the drunk teacher count for the restricted section.
did George get his rat?
Yeah.
I was gonna say zero
Poor
rats
George.
in this book. 0 rats in this book.
At this moment in time, chapter 7, almost halfway through the book. Again, quite a slow start to the book as well. Things speed up quite a bit towards the end. Just thinking on the overall plot line from what I know.
But then next book, Titan's Curse starts right away, so...
Yeah. I'm not mentally prepared for that one. I think I might I want to start reading it, but I'm also like worried that I'm going to be an emotional wreck.
We need Charlie's favorite character, so.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Sam, can you give people your socials and that of Content and Capable, and then give us a plug?
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Not Instagram and Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at sam.the.journalist, and you can find me on Twitter at samobjournalist. That's all my personal stuff. You can also find me on wow, I've forgotten the name of my podcast, Content and Capable. You can find me on Content and Capable, and you can also find the podcast on Twitter and on Instagram. I am bringing up those socials now because I always forget what they are. We talk on a whole variety of things. I've got some really great plans for towards the end of this kind of run, because I'll go on like a big set of holidays soon. But you can find the podcast, I'm great at filling time, on Twitter at Content the letter N Capable, and you can find it on Instagram at Content the letter N Capable as well. It's a lot of fun. I do a lot of fun tweets. I try to make things as engaging as possible. But yeah, definitely go follow me out there. I really, really love creating this podcast.
It's fun. Would I recommend not listening to my episode? Sure. Don't do that.
Always.
I talk enough about teaching on here. You can listen to every other episode.
Yeah, I definitely have to say, as much as like I love all my episodes, like I love my children equally, my favorite one at this point in time has to be the doll collecting one with Carrie from Fandoms Have Gone Wrong. It was just fascinating.
Mine is Into the Barbieverse.
Oh, the Barbieverse is so good. If you like Juice, go and listen to the Into the Barbieverse video.
It's good. It's good time.
Yeah, I told my mom that your favorite was the doll collecting one. She's like, "What? Really? Why? Why would people like
doll
this?
collection is so fascinating."
Exactly.
I've been Taylor again. I think
you have.
I'm recording Taylor. You'll get this episode from editing Taylor in the future. My plug, and nobody is allowed. Oh wait, Sam didn't do his plug. Wait, go back to Sam.
I was supposed to plug things. Oh no. So I'm going to plug two things, both music things of weirdly enough. The first one is because it came out yesterday, I kind of have to plug Red Taylor's version. Yes, our very own Taylor recreated Taylor Swift's amazing music. And the other one is this musician named Cody Fry. He is kind of like a indie pop orchestral musician kind of thing.
Is that F-R-Y or F-E-R-E-Y?
S-F-R-Y.
Okay.
If you're on TikTok, he created the orchestral Eleanor Rigby sound. He just released another single from his album of symphony sessions, which is coming out sometime in the future, called Underground, and I am pretty obsessed with that. But I hear there's so many songs. He creates such amazing music, and like if I want to cry and bawl my eyes out, this is what I'm listening to.
Perfect. We like to cry here. Okay, now that I'm done being rude to Sam, because
don't worry, I completely forgot.
No, it's fine. I'm just so excited to share my very stupid plug.
I'm excited.
If any people are familiar with the famed show and series of movies VeggieTales, that is not my plug. My specific plug is on YouTube. You can find a complete compilation of all of the Silly Songs with Larry from 1993 to 2021. What did I fall asleep to the other night? Silly Songs with Larry. So that is my plug. They are just as great as they have always been. It starts off with Everybody Wants a Water Buffalo, and that's where it keeps going from. So Silly Songs with Larry, not VeggieTales as a whole, just that specific compilation on YouTube.
Oh my god.
There are some things that are just too iconic that, like, it shouldn't be restricted by age.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on VeggieTales. Like, my favorite thing growing up was we had a sing-along version of, like, the Silly Songs of Larry. And so that's what I went to sleep to. I ended with the song of the same movie.
Charlie's, like, very confused.
I vaguely recall VeggieTales, but not enough. Not enough.
VeggieTales is important.
Alright, so I think I'm up. It's time for my plug.
Yes.
We're back to Scooby-Doo shit.
Oh, yeah.
So my plug is, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. I'm still working my way through it because, we had some breaks and I was trying to, like, go through the show slower so I could plug it and not be on, like, 5 shows from now. I have a lot of shows to watch. But it's interesting and funny because it's got, like, all of the guest stars, like, from pop culture and things, most of which I don't recognize, and it's funny. Like, I mean, there's been, like, Bill Nye, and there's been, like, Ricky Gervais, and then there's also been other people that I'm just like, I think this is a sports person. I don't know who the fuck that is. Also, the important thing is that there was an episode with the Hex Girls as the special guest. I just watched that, and, yeah, it was an episode. That's all that matters.
There's some weird daddy stuff in that as well. Sorry, I had to bring it back to daddy.
I just like too many Scooby-Doo things.
I look forward to giving you a count of how many times you said daddy in this episode.
Look, I've decided that this episode is the boobies and daddy episode.
You know, isn't there like a podcast called like Dungeons and Daddies or something like that? This is boobies and daddies.
Oh my god. Sam, I want you to just post daddy in the OTAG Discord server, no context.
Yeah.
Just
do that.
Just the word.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just nothing else.
If I could change your name, I would just change it to daddy in the server.
Wait, Sam. Change your name to Daddy Sam.
I'm gonna do it.
Daddy Sam.
Is Daddy Sam or Sam Daddy? I'm not sure. Daddy Sam. It confuses people because we changed Mott's to Mott's Man before the episode came out.
Oh, we have to keep doing that, Lil. Like, if we ever come up with good jokes, we have to do it during the recording so that people have to listen to it to understand.
So what, is just Daddy Sam?
Just Daddy Sam.
You can change back in 2 weeks if you want.
It's if you want to.
Keep it until someone gets a better name.
I'm on board.
That's the thing about being a mod, though, is that only you can change your name. I can't change your name in there, so it makes me sad.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Or I don't think I can. Yeah.
Okay. Kicking y'all out. Oh, actually, Charlie, it's your turn to end.
Yeah. Well, I guess I have to kick you all out of my fucking cabin for saying daddy.
No!
Get the fuck out.
Nope.
You can follow the podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send an iris message to us through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. You can follow me, Taylor, at Taylor from Cabin 6 on Instagram, and Historical Femme, spelled FEMME, on Twitter. Catch me on episodes of the Restricted Section, Hell from Elsewhere, and True Stories of a Tryhard.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, mainly Instagram and Tumblr. But on Twitter, I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm not salty about. No, not at all. I also have an art Instagram that I sometimes use at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mack. That's MACK.
Our music was written by Nora Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian Emmerich. You can find Nora at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your pod. We are proud to be a part of the Movie Night Crew Network, which features Fandom's Gone Wrong, a fandom-filled show co-hosted by our own Charlie, and Content and Capable, where we follow Sam as he tries to figure out what it truly means to adult.
Hi, my name is Sam, and I've recently become an adult, but let's be honest, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Like, can I still enjoy the kiddie rides at theme parks? And how do I look important and feel relaxed while travelling? Join me as I ask people how they are content with their life and feel capable as a functioning adult in society. Each Monday, myself and a guest will chat about a topic they feel passionate about and our adventures and struggles of being an adult in the real world.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Daddy.
That movie sucked. I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.